I'm at 618 Irishrose Lane in Park Hills, Kentucky, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. This should be PVC going all the way out, and we'll be going through the PVC stack in the unfinished spot towards the front of the house. There are actually two stacks. This is the furthest one back. This probably comes along and then goes through the other one. This is the one with the plumbing inspection sticker on it, closer to the center of the house, center front of the house. And looks to me, based off of looking at the sewer maps, that this should go out across the cul-de-sac. The main is coming across the center of the cul-de-sac, so should be out maybe 80 to 100 feet. As you can see, here is the clean out. This is the unfinished area of the basement. And we are automatically, we are immediately, I should say, wiring in. So what I'll do to make this a little bit better is I'm actually going to pull back to the base here, and I will zero out the counter so we know exactly how many feet from this stack we are. If you look in the bottom left hand corner, that's the footage. Also, there is an indicator of the angle at which the camera is sitting. So far, everything's looking really good. Hope that I don't have much to say during the inspection. This is PVC. This is Schedule 40, which is the white. This is code. This is that's just basically a rating that they use for the thickness of the wall of the pipe. And then usually once we get outside, it'll stay PVC. But then once we get to the spot where the developer had put the the sewer mains and the stub off spots in the front yard, it will change to a green, and that is called SDR 35. It's just a different pipe rating. Similar pipe thickness, it's just they rate them differently. One is a ratio and one is a thickness. So far this all looks really good. All the connections are tight. It's not holding a lot of water. Jog there. And usually like that jog, and then we go into that green pipe like I was explaining earlier. This is where, when they build the house, the developer comes in, and before they put the roads in, they lay all the sewer mains and stuff like that normally, and then they bring the lateral, which is the connection to the house, they bring it over and they stub it up onto the lot. And then when they build the house, they dig out, and the builder connects onto this green stuff that's
that's already existed, they have to bring their line over. That's probably why there was that weird jog right before it changed colors. They had to get, they had to meet the line at the right spot. Disappointingly, recently I've seen a lot of these sections of this green stuff where the developers put it in, and it's been dropped in very, very new houses. So I'm happy to see so far this is all pretty good. Now this little bit here is not much. This is not a problem. It's just, as you can see, once I stop pushing, it levels out. This is not an issue. There will be some settling, and with PVC, and also with the with it being slick, and with there just being it being a 6-inch pipe, that little bit of water is not much. My camera is only about a half an inch off the bottom of the pipe, and so that's why just the slightest little bit of water will cover the lens. So the fact that we had, literally one spot where I was even able to push the water up onto the lens high enough to cover it, shows this line is in perfect shape. So you can see right now we are actually into a manhole. The reason why you have this concrete, it's like a bench, and then it comes out and there's a line crossing it. That is the sewer main. And based off the way it's opened up, that means we are inside the manhole. And so you would see my camera if you pulled a manhole lid out there. But the good news is, all this looks beautiful. I said that tiny bit of water here, whenever I pull back and you can see clearly, that's less than an inch of water, and that's acceptable. That's not any kind of a major defect. That's just from settling when they put the line in. So, we're out roughly 87 feet or so, and the line looked wonderful. This is how I wish they all looked. A little bit of water in front there. Drip. Jog, and now we're back onto the property. You can see, based off of where that little bit of like mold basically is on the side of the pipe, that's as high as the water ever gets when you're doing laundry or taking a shower, stuff like that. So this all looks really good. That connection there from the top is either probably the other stack. Okay, we're already all the way back, and back into the reel. So, good news is, there were no defects. Everything looked great. It's what we want to see every time. But as I said earlier, recently I've had some stuff as early or as late as 2023 with some serious issues. So that was caused by the developer. So this is great. No issues found whatsoever. Everything's flowing free and clear. And so that'll end the inspection at 618 Irishrose Lane in Park Hills, Kentucky.